Hello and welcome. Today we're going to do a video on Riktor out of the Paragon game, or beta as it is at the moment, and I will show you my build, my thoughts and opinions. However, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment below. But as we're doing this, let's get underway. Now, Riktor is an interesting character. Nonetheless, he's one of the ones that you either like or you hate. Many games do that, to be honest. However, I will state what he does. So Riktor, he has a whip. His R2 default attack, everyone knows, everyone has a default attack, what you do. As well as shock therapy. So shock therapy, once activated, his next hit will whip does an additional damage with a silence proc and a movement speed for 1.5 seconds. This does increase as you progress through the ranks of it. I believe it goes up to like 70%. Like movement speed reduction and 70 damage increase. It's not greatest, but it's very good for CC effects. Now, Whiplash, OP. Basically, you pull enemies to you, and then you just slap them up, and it's just heaven. It's just absolutely heaven. This is the best part about him. Like, max that out as soon as possible, and you'll be fine, because it does 300 damage once you start getting damage cards, and then it's just so good. Now, Electrocute is his AoE. It does damage over time. It states here 70 damage over 5 seconds. That's level 1 though, so it will go up. It's not amazing, but it's handy nonetheless. And now Skewer, his ultimate, basically he shoots out many of his whips in theory, but they like skewer the enemy, and then like they get stunned, take damage, and then a few seconds later they're released, but they take damage again. And then it's quite nice. You pair it up with Whiplash, and whip, and then shock therapy, and then you just combo them, and then it's just heaven. It's just absolute heaven. But now I'll get to the build. Now, go back to my deck, you stupid mare. Where is he? There he is. So, Riktor, this is my build for him. So I got Arc Magnus, energy damage, because he's energy damage, and an increased damage bonus, always handy. And increased damage with minions, Arc Magnus, very handy. Now, the Chronotonic I have so I can just put passive in that slot. Same as the Fiend Elixir, I don't use it, I just replace it instantly. Health Potion situational, don't use it too often. Health Potion, use it at the start every time. Mana Potion situational. Scout Ward situational once again. Healer Token I use straight away at the start. And now on these ones I will show you the order. So once you've got your Healer Token on and your health increase token, then you would pair up with Whirling Wand to get the default attack speed and damage to allow you to actually push straight away, kill those mobs like the jungle, because I jungle with Riktor, and you just absolutely go through them quickly, and you get your levels up really fast. You get more points faster you go, etc. Better you are in combat. And then I will sometimes go for Solus Reactor because it's my main damage, so I go 3 damage on it and have that maxed out. Or if the enemy team are very strong, straight away I will either go with Tempered Plate or Tuned Barrier, depending on what the actual enemy is. So let's say there's 3 energy damage users, so let's say Twin Blast, Grim and Murdoch, and then there's Chimera and Greystone. 2 of them are physical, 3 of them are energy, so I'm going to go for energy. Now in this build I have only 1 free cost Greater Barrier and only 2 cost barriers, because I don't have 2 great barriers, unfortunately. Otherwise there probably would be another greater barrier in there, so it's even with my Tempered Plate. However, depending on what happens, so if you come up into a situation where, let's say you have more physical damage dealers than you do energy, you use physical first, then energy, or vice versa. So this just depends on the situation. You have to monitor the enemy, you have to see what they've done. So let's say you have a whole enemy team that's support and tank, you would probably do you would want damage resistance against most likely the support, because the tanks, they're meant to take the damage, not bloody deal it. So it's just one of those things that contradicts each other. Now, after having that, it's also situational. This is again, so Sage Ward or Staff of Adamant, it doesn't matter really, but Sage Ward can be handy if the enemy team is ganking. And ganking simply means when they're all teaming together to pick one person off. And when you're jungling, that is a pain in the ass. They always do it. Normally it's Greystone, Feng Mao, and Gideon at the moment. My last couple days I've been playing, it's just those 3 comboing. and you can't do anything unless you've got your damage resistance down. So it's one of those things. It's situational, but it depends. It doesn't really matter because they both have similar stats. Because look at that. Sage Ward gives you energy damage and health, and fully upgraded gives you energy damage, and then Staff of Adamant does the exact same, but it gives you a bit more energy damage when fully upgraded, and it doesn't have the unique ability or just ward. But that makes sense, doesn't it? It's meant to. But basically, once you start playing, you're meant to go put your health token, and then have your healer token on as well. But don't have them in the passive slots, because there's no point really. I would put Chronotonic on the left on the D-pad if you're playing on console, and then on Fiend Elixir I do it on the right on the D-pad because they're the ones I don't use for potions, etc. if required. And then I will instantly switch them out. So I'll go healer token on the left and health token on the right, sorry. And then, or vice versa, don't really bloody matter. But have them first two, and then you go to red buff. Try to get someone to come along with you, kill red buff, and then you should be fine on that front. And then use that red buff to plow through some jungle minion, get your level up, try to get to level 5 as soon as possible. And then you put your secondary damage card on, your Sailor's Reactor, get that maxed out, and then just to allow you to actually like build up the damage, and then go for damage resistance, get up to like level 10, 11, and then you should be able to have max damage resistance, and then go for the more damage. And then, but during that bit, once you have the red buff, you should be fine. Like anyone who tries to come in to attack you, you can kill quite easily normally. But the best part about it is early on in the game, if you get the red orb, just go and find someone who's overhanging. So let's say a Murdoc's being cocky because there's no one on his lane, so he's pushed up to our tower. Literally, just go up behind him, slap him up a bit, then whip him back to you, slap him up a bit and kill him. And then you just get some easy bloody tokens or card points, and you're just fine. It's just really easy. Now, I will show you some gameplay, but this is my thoughts and opinions on my Riktor build. Like, you might not like it, change it to your own abbreviation, it's fine. Everyone has their own opinion on what it is and etc. But this is my build. So leave a comment down below what build you have, and if you use my build, tell me your thoughts and opinions on it. Tell me what could be better, tell me what's good about it, tell me how it played for you, and I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. And bye bye, and I'll leave you with some gameplay. Bye bye.
over. We're in control.
Hone your skills. Look, boy, you in the danger room. Yeah, you in the danger room.